Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this Connect webinar. Uh, my name is John Menkefo. I'm one of you. I'm very happy that we have come again this evening for another webinar, our hand webinar. And I'm welcoming you because of the determination you have been showing all this time in accompanying all our affiliates and founders uh, in this journey of Onpassive. So today, thank you once more again for coming, for showing the resilience, and for showing the good faith and all the prayers you have been giving to Ash Mufara, the family, and the rest of the tech team, those who are working on our behalf. So thank you once more for coming. I would like to say that you have showed extraordinary patience in understanding that IT products take a lot of time. They are complicated, and of course, when there are delays, you have shown that you can understand. So that's why I'm thanking you again and again and again. Then I will present our presenter, Mr. Blaise Ban, has been doing a lot of presentations for us, and he is a community-oriented person. He is somebody who is devoted to every community to which he belongs, whether it is offline or online. And you have seen that commitment as a community person in the way he has been working with us and rendering services and doing presentations. And as I've said before, anybody who does presentations on passive means that that person attends other webinars. He makes sure that he or she is up to date in order to come and give the information to other uh, new affiliates and founding affiliates. So that's why we need to always thank anybody who is doing presentation on passive. We need to give them that appreciation because they are alert, they devote time in order to get the accurate information in order to give it to us as well. Because even when we have corporate meetings, not everybody is opportune to attend, especially those of us in Africa, because of bandwidth issues, network issues, and things of that nature. So we appreciate him for the work that he's doing. And I do think that we are at a very critical point. Our concern today is it centers around the fact that the month of April is announcing itself in Onpassive as an eventful month. And we hope that many things the restart will virtually take place. We hope that the restart will take place this month and that the company will restart and be able to move on as smoothly as possible. But if there are any challenges, we have shown that we can understand and give the company, the leadership of the company and the engineers, the time and the encouragement for them to work on our behalf. So at this point, I will hand over uh, the microphone to our presenter, Mr. Blaise Ban, to tell us what he has for us this evening. So over to you. BB, over to you.
Oh, thank you very much, Leader John. We thank all of us who have made it part of this call this evening. We thank welcoming Mr. Munju, Robert, Mr. Ateim, Alfred, Mr. Bilal Lucas, and of course our very faithful leader John, who is the main host of this webinars, Bamenda Hand in Hand webinar. The ticker, we are asked, the question is, are you excited to be here? It's a question which is going to be answered by each of us. I think a lot has transpired. We are all early birds, all of us who are inside here now in the call now, early bird affiliates. And I think our expectations over time have they have been wavering or have been steady depending on your outlook of the business. Let me take us a memory lane back to the early, or back to 2020, 2020 to 2021, because actually that is when the real vision of this company came out. We know that the initial vision of this company was that Onpassive is going to be created as a SaaS company, a software as a service company. And it was going to be a product-based company whereby products were going to be produced. And of course, we're going to market them using AI technology. And of course, we would be going to have commissions as affiliates. And this would obviously increase as we increase the number of products. At the beginning, our CEO told us that in Onpassive, you'll be able to do payments, or you do payments into Onpassive only twice. The first one was when you became an O founder. For those of us who are early bird affiliates, we paid $97 plus a charge of $5. Of course, that was meant for processing. We paid $97 and to become affiliates or to become founders. This position of founders, of course, continued till June 2022. That was when the last affiliate or the last founder was signed in around midnight. The second time that the company said we're going to have any payments was when the products start coming out. He said that with the first product, we should have between $200 and $300 for the first product. Therefore, confirming the 2 times payment, out-of-pocket payment. But what happened? Before September 2023, the CEO announced that $97, that those of us who are early birds, the $97 was going to be refunded to us, and effectively was refunded. And in addition, if you became or you migrated successfully from the old founders to the OES, the Onpassive ecosystem, you were given a bonus of 10 O coins, which is $10. Meaning, therefore, that all early bird founders or early bird affiliates had $107 before September 2023. Our first product was launched on the 1st of September. O Connect was launched, and therefore, we were supposed to, all of us, in order to make begin making some money or some commissions, we needed to buy it. So that first package was a 3-month package for $250. It was actually for $375, but the company gave us 1 month free, and then each founder or each early bird affiliate was supposed to pay $250. But because each of us had $107 in his wallet, in his or her wallet, each early bird founder was paid $143, and the new affiliates who joined the company paid $240. That is less $10 for each person that joined the OES. So this continued until the extension started, and the company gave some reduction. It gave a reduction of 50 O coins or $50 to the product. So instead of paying $250, it came down to $190. And when you subtracted the 107, it means that each founder was going to pay $93 or $190 for the new ones. Payment started, and of course, this meant therefore that we had just one payment out of pocket, not even the two again. And it was not the expectation that we had at the beginning of between $200 to $300. Okay, that was the initial vision of the company. As the business began in September, the real business started in September, the processors who were in charge of payments, pay in and pay out, had negotiated with the company to receive the money for the company and pay out. But shortly after they started, they could not live by the expectations that the terms of the negotiations that they had. They rather held the payments for several months until legal measures were brought in. We thank God that a few weeks ago, our CEO announced that there was some light at the end of the tunnel and that those resources were being recuperated, that they were going to be returned. So all along, what has the company been telling us? The company, all this while, from September, he has been telling us to be patient. He has been telling us to be steadfast. He has been telling us to diffuse accurate information to our teams. He has also been telling us to continuously update our knowledge of the products, spread the good news of the Onpassive movement by, of course, sharing the information to our loved ones and to our families. What does that mean? Sharing our links to loved ones and family members, and empower our teams, empower our team members. At the same time, the company was telling us to be able to use this fabulous first product of Onpassive, of OConnect, by upgrading our knowledge and being able to create webinars and use the platform. All this while, this is what I've been doing. And as we have been using the platform since September, the tech team and the engineers, the high tech team of the company and engineers and our CEO have been continuously updating daily and weekly the platform, the OConnect platform. So today, our leader John made a comment in his opening remarks that April announces to be a month of difference. What are expectations today? What are expectations for the 18th of April that our CEO announced a few days or some week or so behind? Of course, to me, from all what he said, to me, my expectations are that from the 18th, there will be a release of more packages of OConnect. And what does release of more packages mean?
To that short corner.
I'll be forced to mute everybody so as to make our presentation move smoothly. Please, if you are not muted, you should try to mute yourself. Okay, so what does the release of more packages mean to us or to me? The release of more packages to me mean that, of course, we will be expected to start again getting different versions of OConnect. And as our CEO said earlier on, we'll get out of pocket only twice. Finally, it was once. And all of this time, he has been doing extensions so that we don't go out of pocket again. So releasing more packages means that the real marketing again would start. so that we should be able to have traffic to ensure that the early birds have commissions to pay for the new packages. That is the way I look at the 18th coming. Also, I expect that on the 18th or from the 18th onwards, if new packages of O Connect are released, the standby products which are already ready for the market will also come in. They will roll in as time goes on. And of course, as this happens, there will be a boom in our business. And that period of waiting would be a forgotten story. That is what I think of our business. That is what I thought I should make us today start our webinar with. And I would, at this point,
the decisive goal, the ninth goal of the tie.
Mr. At this junction, ask our leader, John, to take the floor back so that if there are any concerns concerning what I've just presented about the vision and about our expectations, we should be able to all interact. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much, BB, for your presentation. And the key thing we get there is that, well, you only come out of pocket. As a founder, you are coming out of your pocket once as a founder, and then you pay for the product. That's all about it. And the CEO has kept that promise, because since September, we have been having extensions. Those extensions.
Mr. Anye, please, can you control your microphone? We keep on putting, you are putting off. I think if you, please, we are doing a, Mr. Anye, please watch out with your microphone. Yes, leader.
Yeah, so
and we haven't seen over the two games too much from Mbappe. No, we haven't. Is the stage set for him to be the deciding?
Okay.
Excuse me, Leader John. Mr. Anye, please, if you don't respect that again, we are going to downgrade you to an attendee so that you don't come up to a speaker, please, so that you don't interrupt in the presentations. Please, just collaborate with us. All right, sir.
Okay, I was saying that I was thanking you for the presentation, and then adding that the company has kept its word, because they told us initially we're going to, you come in as a founder, you're going to pay only one time after you have paid your $97. You're going to pay once.
Cancelo plows through it. It is a penalty. It's not a very good call.
Maybe we'll just mute.
No, when you mute, he will unmute.
He gets there first, then Cancelo clatters into him. It's a rash challenge, Martin. He didn't need that first touch.
All that credit away from the danger zone. He needs to get there and close the door.
Let me call him.
No, don't bother. I've downgraded him to an attendee, so he cannot again. He could not disturb. He can listen to us now, but he will not be able to disturb. That's the only thing that we can do. Yes.
Okay. Thank you for that. Ladies and gentlemen, as I was saying, after that presentation, of just thanking VP for that presentation, and say I'm adding that the company, the CEO, promised us that we'll come in as founders, we pay the $97, and we're going to come out of pocket only once after that. And he has kept to that promise, because in spite of the fact that there are extensions, we paid for 3 months. It is now a number of months after 3 months, and there have been continuous extensions. And those extensions were also intended for us not to come out of the pocket again. We understand that the CEO or the company is losing a lot of money with those by giving us those extensions. So the company has kept to that promise, and it is important for us to understand that and know that the company is even more interested in starting full business than those of us who might be interested in getting money. They lose a lot by coming up with those extensions and not starting and collecting money. So that's what we need to understand. And please, I think after that presentation, if there are people who have some concerns, they want to raise concerns, this is the moment for them to put up their hands and then say what they have to say. And after listening to that presentation, you could also give your own anticipation. What do you anticipate? First, you find out if you have not understood something, or there's an issue you want to raise, or an issue you want to explain, that will be welcome. So, over to.
Yeah, I think we'll go. I think we'll go on according to her. We're not many of us. Mr. Tayin, please, can you take the floor?
Okay, that's better.
Yes, good evening. You take the floor this evening once more after some silence due to differences due to the change of environment, because when you go out of town, it's difficult to be able to link up during meetings regularly. So must take an excuse for that. It wasn't easy for me too. It was not good for me, because once you create a habits, and then you break them, you don't even feel yourself comfortable. So sometimes when I was out of town, I felt that I actually was losing something, because I failed to share and also to give my own ideas and also receive some ideas. Because remember, when we share, we always receive and add to what we have. So thank you very much, senior citizen, for a lot of the summary given to us. You've just been like red fun to us. You summarize everything in a very succinct manner. So thank you. So what I want to comment here on is the attitude of over delivery by our CEO, Sir Ash Mufari. In fact, we know that a couple of months ago, he was talking about the 4 pillars of Onpassive. The 4 pillars of Onpassive. He talked about the OES, which is the Onpassive ecosystem, which is a one-stop shop, which no IT company in the world has that. A one-stop shop. And the first product which we have, which is a marketable product, is what we're using now, which is OConnect. In fact, I learned how to go about it thanks to Bibi, who coached me today, to be able to have a taste of, handling the, that is, have a taste of actually being on the threshold, handling the OConnect myself. And in fact, I think that that is going to really help me to now know how to go about it much more smoothly, so that I can be able to bring others, to take others along with me while I live here and even beyond. So thank you for that. So the OES, the one-stop shop, we have in it the number of products, quite a good lot of them. We have the O Founders, which is the first product. We have the O Net. We have you have the O Net. We have the O Mail. Then we have the O Trim, which is they're all electronic, all products which are they're all free products in a way. And of course, the marketable product, we have O Tracker, which is pending, which is coming. And the only paid product is this one, which we're using now. That is really over delivery, because
I wanted to ask you to. I wanted to find out whether I'm not interrupting you, but I wanted to find out whether you, after the first assignment of creating a webinar, invited Vivi and myself, I want to know whether you reach out to some other person, because the most exciting thing will come when you get somebody who has not done it to be able to sign in and even get the webinar done.
You're right.
That's the direction I really want
Oh,
to
yes.
focus on.
Yes. Okay. Thank you very much for putting a finger on that. Yes, I got about 2 people, but they didn't succeed to join me because the time within which they delayed and then came on, I had my time had already expired, so it wasn't possible. Then we prepared. We had a rendezvous for another date when I will go in. So in that time, when I'm going in, I'll inform them earlier. So I mean, people who are completely abstract, who are affiliates, who have not even subscribed yet, but who are interested. They are the people who are interested in using the product to support themselves in different ways, because they lecture to people and so on and so forth. So they're enthusiastic about it, but they found difficulties, getting around to access to get their back offices opened and so on and so forth, and then get in. And that time, the time expired. So there's no problem. But it was a very important step which I made. And don't forget, I will now make a list of my people here who are close, so that on a good day we can sit together and have use our O Connect. That is, enter the O Connect here and share within ourselves, and then spread now and go to different places and begin to share. And so the vision will continue to grow. So that is how far I was able to today. In fact, I wasn't very sound in a way, but the thing gave me a lot of, made me feel better. And when you talk to someone, you feel even much more healthy. You see things like that. So that is how it went. So
Yeah, you know that what you have done. You say you feel you were ill, but immediately you discover that you could set up a webinar and people actually attend you. It uplifted your spirit. So that is how somebody, if you make sure that you teach another person, that will be the same spirit that person will have.
Thank you.
That's it.
So
yes, thank you.
What you have done, you have done a great thing, and you really have the task. I think Hand in Hand is giving you the task, but I believe that each time we come for this webinar, we should know how many people you have succeeded in making them be able to create a webinar. And we are reminding you, the other day, BB was in the line helping some other founders. And I've told those who are around Bamenda that if you have not been able to do it practically from the teachings, the sharing of the screen, and the exercise in showing us how to create a webinar, you can stop by the office so that you can know how to create the webinar yourself. Because when you know and then you create it and get some other person to get in, they'll also get excited and will join. That is a tool for getting people into your team now that it is free. So, Bibi, I think maybe you might have some comments to add to what Mr. Temi has said.
Yeah, thank you very much, Leader John. That is just what I said in a little presentation I came out with. I talked of being able to update ourselves and upgrade our knowledge of our platform. As soon as you are able to bring in somebody, there is some excitement in you. Especially as we talk, when I signed off and I started talking with him, you see, it was exciting, just as Madame Tanto from Yaoundé. When she signed on her first webinar too, she became very excited. This is excitement that we want you to carry to others. And this is what we call the hand in hand. Because as you put up your hand and empower the next person, that person empowers the next one. So you find that there is this snowball effect that the company wishes that we should handle continues until we have reached the ends of the earth. I think that's the only little comment I can make here. Meanwhile,
okay, go ahead.
Meanwhile, we will make our remarks a little bit brief so that everybody can be able to make remarks before we go on to our second part of our presentation.
Okay, so
Mr. Tim, you can continue.
I think the next person, or is Mr. Tim still has something to say?
Do you still have something? If you don't have some other thing, okay, let's get to Mr. Bila Lucas, please.
It's time to bed with the next goal.
Mr. Nyegen has gone and signed in as a. I don't know why he cannot control his this singer. He
I'll
has
call
gone
him.
and,
Bibi, don't bother. Let me call him. I'll call him directly.
I think we should not. All right, get on.
Call him.
Get on. Because I was going to disable. Just go ahead. Mr. Bila, if you are waiting, then Mr. Munjo, please, if you have anything about the expectations, about the vision and all that, please just make a comment. We'll go around the house. Let's go around the house. After that, Dr. Chimara should be waiting. After Dr. Chimara, if Dr. Chimara is at work, I think we should be thinking of Madame Faye. Yeah.
Hello.
Good evening, everyone.
Madam Faye.
Yes, it's evening in Cameroon. The weather has been so bad. I mean, Douala
No.
rain. I managed to get in bed late. The network was bad. I have just come in when people were already going ahead, but the little I got was maybe some people tried to host their first webinars and they were excited. It was the same excitement too. I had my first time too of hosting a webinar, and I'd been doing so even with the old Connect, but this new one, I had a webinar with 2 or 3 people just to get to savoir the new O Connect. It has been beautiful, and I've not met any person since then because of the network issue. I'm just saying that it has always been exciting to get to connect for the first time.
Madam Faye, just 1 minute. 1 minute. Let's address this issue. Please, Mr. Anye, can you kindly put off your microphone? We have a presentation going on from one of us. Mr. John, have you not got to him?
Hello. I've called, but it looks like the line is.
You see, I think that if this continues, we may be sending out only the attendee link, and they will promote people to the speakers. Because if we're having
we were sending out this thing because the speaker link is easier to sign in.
Yes, but so, you see, if we have that, our webinars will be disturbed like this, then because we're doing a recording, and this recording we want to send it out so that people can, those who listen, people can listen to it a second time, and then they can get what was said. And if listening to one thing over and over reinforces what you have. So, but I hope that it doesn't come up again. Let's see, sign out. You can go on, Madam Faye.
Good evening once more again. I was just saying that it has always been very exciting when somebody creates the first webinar. You feel so motivated, and when you have to teach some other person, it has always been joy. I have been setting up webinars. I've been trying to use the new O Connect, and it is so wonderful. So I encourage everybody to try. Those who have not tried it, you try. And unless you try it, you don't know where you have challenges. So I came in late. I don't know what you have been discussing, but what I got was from the person that was expressing the excitement of hosting the webinar for the first time. I encourage people to do so, and I don't. It's interesting anyway. The platform is so beautiful and encouraging for those who have been having webinars with other platforms. I think O Connect is so wonderful. It's beautifully laid out. all I have here is to encourage those who have not tried to try. It's very interesting. This is all I have for the evening, and thank you, Mr. Bibi, for always being there. Thank you, Mr. John, for always sending me the link. Even though I've attended today alone, it's because the weather down in Douala is not good. The rain is falling.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Madam Fire. Thank you. You have always been there, and you are very positive. You have a positive mindset, and that is what we want in the business. We are going to now move on to Dr. Chimara. Dr. Chimara, can you pick up?
Hello, folks. Greetings. Please, so I'm really busy at work. There's no way that I can contribute.
Okay, all right. If you are busy, then we can.
But
okay.
For whatever, and the expectations keep on becoming higher and higher. Let's see what will unfold for us in the days ahead. Thank you, the Johns, for keeping our flag flying.
Thank you very much, Doc. I think we'll move on to the next person, Mr. John Tabo. Mr. John Tabo, can you unmute yourself? Make your own comments. While we're waiting for, his microphone is unmuted. Over to you.
Okay, good evening.
Good evening, you are welcome.
Good evening.
Yeah, we just want to get, we're getting you 10 on 10, please. Want to get your remark on
okay.
Yes. What do you have listened? What are your
I need to pass through the office and
okay, we have lost Mr. Tabo. I've lost him. All right. Mr. John, he was saying that we need to pass through the office.
Okay. Yeah, that would be okay.
I think we have gone around the table. We'll ask for Mr. Bila to say something. If he has something to say, but ask him earlier. All right. Mr. John Tabo has come back. He's come back. If you said you were Mr. John Tabo. Okay. I think we have gone around. We have gone around the floor and
yes.
Okay. I think, Mr. John, if there is, you can make if there are any other things you can remark, then we can go up to the second part of our presentation.
Okay, I think. Okay, if nobody has anything, then I think we're moving on to the second part of the presentation. And back to you, Bibi.
Okay, thank you very much again, Leader John. I think all what we have been saying, especially since September, is that we should learn how to use this platform. That it's not only using it, we are going to be making some living out of it. We'll be getting some apples out of it. So if it is something that you are going to have apples from it, why don't learn how to use it and teach others how to use it? Have interest in your own business. So we have over time tried to show folks on how to create a webinar. So I think, especially since last week, we have said we will put it as part of our daily when we meet each time to show us how to create a webinar. And before I start creating a webinar, I will still want to remind us that we are recording this webinar. After the webinar, we are going to send this recorded version to us to go through all what we've said during this webinar. You'll get in the recorded version. So I will share my screen once more. I'll share my screen. And I know all of us here are they were early birds, so we know how to sign in. We'll not go to sign in again. When you go and sign in, of course, on your computer, you have the products on your left, and the last product, which is at the bottom, is O Connect. Of course, if you're on your phone, the last product on your right on top is the O Connect. So you click on O Connect, and this is what comes up. Yes, this is what comes up. I'm sure you can see my screen. If Mr. John will be can you see my screen?
Yeah, your screen is on.
Can you see the three boxes? The blue, the pink, or
not yet? Not yet. It's still, I'm sure.
Okay,
it's still...
that is what I'm looking for. Okay, can you see it now?
Yeah, it's on.
All right. Okay, so when you click, when you click on O Connect, this is what you are supposed to see. You see the date, you see the day, and of course, you see the time on top. And of course, below that, you find these three boxes: new event, upcoming, and a join event. If you want to create a new event, you click on the first one. Yes, I'm going to click on that first one. Are we there? Yes. Are we there now?
Yes. Yes, we're there.
Can we see create new create new conference on top, right?
Yes.
All right. So by default, our platform comes with a conference, creating conference calls. But you can change it, as I'm going to change it to webinar. I've changed it to webinar. So there are a number of things that you must do when you are creating a webinar. The first thing is to put the webinar title. Yeah? I'll just put the webinar title O Connect. O Connect. Then the second thing is webinar agenda. Setup. I'll put it as a setup. Then the third thing which you must do is the date. Let's take, for example, we want to create a webinar tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Wednesday, you would click on this button here, which is near the date, the present, because the date, which your screen will always show the date in which you are creating the web, which the present date. And the date of today is April 16. So we'll change it by clicking here. And then the month opens up. You see the month of April. So we'll click on 17, which is tomorrow. And then you click out of it, and that 17 appears and confirms on your time schedule or your date schedule. On the time, we want to change the time to the time that we normally meet here. The time is we meet here always at 15:30 by our time, which is 8:30 in the evening by your own time. So the first one is the hour, the second one is the minute. So you have the buttons up and down. If you want to go up, you take the button, or you want to come down, you use the one down. So I'm using the one down to take my minutes down to 30. So you have 15:30. Watch out. As you do that now, you click again outside, and then the time appears, 15:30. That's for the time. And then the duration, it comes with a default of 1 hour. But you can change this time by clicking on the clock near it again. And then the time comes up. You can change, you can add to any length that you want. I put it up to 4 hours. Then you click on apply. Apply, it shows now 4 hours. So that is all you are expected to do. Yes, that is all you are expected to do in order to create a webinar. If you have people in your team, and you want them to receive the link for the webinar, all what you do is you see under contacts here, you click on this empty box. Yes, when you click on that empty box, you see that all your contacts will be ticked, meaning that when I've created this webinar, the system will automatically send emails to all my contacts. So The present contacts I have in this account, there are 59. So they will send out 59 emails to all of those who are in my contacts. So the last thing which you do now is to create. Forget about this time alert. Don't bother about it. And then don't bother about the time zone, because the time zone would come up automatically. My time zone here is already shown here as New York. The time that's Eastern time, America, New York. Your own will be showing Douala, Cameroon, or something like that. So you just hit on the create now. Right? My webinar has been created. Can you see this next column now? Mr.
Yes,
John?
available.
Yes.
Yeah, it's visible.
Yeah, with events, then the two words created and received. All right, so you see created has been ticked, and what the webinar created is number 1 on this page. The ID is shown, the event title is shown, O Connect, then it is event type, we chose webinar, is showing the webinar. The date and time is tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. Then you have created by, my name is there with my picture. Then members, these are members of my team. See, all the 59 members of my team that I showed you up there, they will be sent links when I send out, or they have been sent links already for this webinar after it has been created. Then you have the status. This webinar is scheduled already for tomorrow. Then the column which I want us to be in, the two last columns are invitation or invite link and action. Then at the end there, you have 3 dots. On those 3 dots, you can edit, that you can change the information that you inputted from here. You can save it, give it a name, save it on your machine, or you can transfer it or you cancel it. You can set up a webinar and then you do each of those actions later on. So, but before that, what I want us to know is how to send out the invitation link. So the last but one column carries invite link. So you click on this, you click on this icon below, invite link. See what comes up. Have you seen now? Copy event invitation. Have you seen it?
Yes, yeah, we can see.
Okay, so it comes in 2 different steps. The attendee link, which is full, with the one which is trimmed, the speaker link, which is full, and the one which is trimmed. You can decide to copy any of them to send to your people. But we advise that you copy the event link. You copy everything from below there. Copy event invitation. So what will I do? I just click on copy event invitation. I've copied it already. It's on my clipboard. So I will go now and I'll send it to our team, one of our teams. I'm sending it to Bamenda, Onpassive Team Bamenda 1. Okay, I've sent it already. And there we are. I've already sent out our webinar and we are now only waiting to start it tomorrow. So when tomorrow reaches, you sign into your account, and then you come to this page. Or this page will not be there. You go back and you sign on upcoming. Where you go to upcoming, then you look at you click on scheduled. You will find this one scheduled, right? This first one scheduled. You click on it, and then that will be the first one which will come up. And then from there you can now start your webinar on this start button. On this start button is the one that you will now click. Okay. I will go a little bit ahead by saying that in order to record a webinar, you must be a host. If you have recorded a webinar and later on you want to download it and make other people, allow other people to watch it, then you go to schedule, you hit on the button there, and then you hit on completed.
The job is done.
huge personal result.
Well,
That one mistake no day.
Can you mute him? Can you mute him?
7 million or something that
Can you mute him?
he scored 3
Let me
goals.
see.
Eh?
Can we come
He
on
scored 3
the
goals to 7 million.
Impossible.
Then probably Barcelona.
I'll make him a technique.
I think it's worth a smile now.
It's really unfortunate that we ask him
I
to
was-
talk, he does not talk. And then when we ask him, when he comes up, he opens the football. So we are watching the football. We are not watching for, we are listening to his football channel. This is not what we should be doing. If we know that we are going to sign in for a webinar, please, and we're watching football, we better stay away and we either get the recorded version or we decide what to do, which is right for everybody. Because this is pure distraction. It's real
He would have
distraction.
just muted himself.
Yeah, mute yourself. When we say mute, he puts on his camera and he does the contrary. Okay, so I was saying that if you want to get back to a webinar that you have recorded, like the one we're recording, you just go to schedule here, and then you hit, you see a drop-down menu come up, and then you hit on completed. Yes, that's webinars that have been completed. You hit on that. We hit on that, all your webinars that you have completed will come up. Like mine here. I'm sure you are seeing them, John. Are you seeing them?
Yes.
All right. If you are seeing them, then what do you do in order to get a recorded webinar? You go to view, the last one, which is action, where you have view here. You click on view. When you click on view, you find recording. This one, there was no recording. If it was a recording, you show here 1. And then, of course, you can now download it. This one, let me see whether there is a recording. Yeah, this one has a recording. So if like the one that has recording 1, you will now click on the recording. And of course, you can now, you see this button now here. There's a button here now for you to view it, to open this file, the video file, and then download it. Are we there?
Yeah. Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, I had to call.
Yes, we are there, Mr. Bibi.
Yes. So if you go to view, you go to completed, you go to view rather, then you go to recorded, and you click on recorded, and then you come up on this, and then you can quickly now just hit on it, and then it will start playing. Or you go to download here. You go to download, and it will be downloaded to your device. When you download to your device, now you can now send to other people, or they send it, or use your, if you have a YouTube channel, you copy it on your YouTube channel, and then you can now export. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the simple steps on how to create and run a webinar. Of course, I'll stop sharing. When you have created the webinar and started it, you have this platform which we have here now, which of course only the host and the co-host can see what were there, the display. So you see all the displays, all the buttons. There are so many multiple buttons which you can play with. As a speaker, you see the button 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 buttons. But as a founder, or as a host or co-host, you see many more buttons which are hidden on the left, where you look for more options. So that is that. If there are any concerns concerning the again setting up a webinar, we can raise them up now. Over to you, John.
Okay, thank you very much. That was a good presentation. As we have said, please, it's an exciting thing. If those of you who have known how to create, please make sure every day you come across any, whether it's a new affiliate or a founding affiliate, please make sure you get them through with this idea of setting up a webinar. Because the good thing that will happen once the company restarts is that this major product, which is all connect, will get further, it will spread a lot if we know how to set it up and help other people to do it. If you don't help other people to do it, it will not grow. So it is to our advantage if we do all in our powers to make sure that we know how to create a webinar and will help as many people as possible to create a webinar. So after that, any question to our presenter, please?
As we are waiting for questions, I would like to remind all of us that tomorrow there is no OP 360. Our OP 360 for this week has been carried on to Thursday, which we remember is the 18th, of which our CEO has given us a lot of promises. So our OP 360, Onpassive 360 webinar is on Thursday at 6 a.m. Eastern Time. That will be 11 a.m. Douala or Cameroon time. So let's take note, let's be there and get the information from, I think we should already read, we should have some readings within the lines that if the OP3C is being taken away from tomorrow normally to Thursday, to that date that the CEO announced, then there should be a genuine reason for it. So let's take it note, put it in our calendars, and let's try to attend the webinar. Thank you. We're waiting for any questions.
Okay, welcome, Mr. Francis Mufo.
Okay, yeah.
Can you hear us?
Mr. Francis Mufo and Ms.
Yes, hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, I'm really happy to be in. I just landed town. I was not in town. I entered just out about some minutes past 9, but I'm in the house now. So I just was fortunate to have enough network to connect.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay. Yeah. Mr. Munte, we just come into. We have not heard your voice. Okay. If there is no other remark, I think we are on the almost 1 hour 30 minutes. We'll call on our host to make his closing remark so that we can stop the recording. After the recording, if there are any other things, otherwise after the recording is stopped, we can either do some other informal things and then we'll close.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Bibi, for the work you've done this evening. For the other evenings that are still to come, we want to thank everybody for coming. Onpassive has given us an opportunity that we will not have had. If we are in Cameroon and we are in Africa, it is clear that an investment opportunity is not an easy thing to have. And as I said the other day, when these opportunities come up, those opportunities generally are known only to those who are well placed, highly placed, and when they come across that kind of information, they share it only with close friends and relatives. So our coming into contact with Onpassive is a big opportunity we need to take. We need to take it and use it well. Luckily, the amount is not much. It's a kind of giveaway. So let us make use of it as much as we can. And of course, we'll continue to share the opportunities now that we can bring in people for free. And of course, when things are moving, we can begin to then tell our friends to sign up. So I'd like to thank everybody who has come in today. It's an opportunity for us to help to hold the hand of each other and move along in this journey. So I would like to thank BB for the presentation again and to say that this is God's work. When we're helping people, we're doing God's work. And we hope that Onpassive, following his vision, is going to bless all of these things for us. He's going to bless the work that most of you are doing. And the CEO has the heart to do it. So thank you once more for coming. And Bibi, may God bless you. May God bless the other people who have devoted a lot of time for Onpassive. So I think it's the moment for us to unmute ourselves and say hi to each other. Can we unmute?
Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Good evening.
Yeah, good
Hello.
night. Good night,
Hello.
gentlemen.
Hello.
Yeah, even if
Hi to everyone. Good evening. Bye.
if your if your video is on, okay, you can give us a bye with the you can give us a bye with the hand.
Good
Okay.
afternoon to our brothers and friends in the US. Good
All right.
evening
Yeah.
to everyone that can hear me.
Good night to everybody.
Good night. Good night to all of you.
Good night.
Good night. I've not been able to come on. I don't know why, but good evening, everybody.
Okay.
Okay, they were giving you the opportunity to talk, but you were not coming on. So
I talked, and it was not coming on. I don't know why. This is I'm
Yeah.
getting it now. But however,
Okay.
it's okay.
All right. Okay. Yeah, we're wondering. We gave you time to talk, but we're not getting
In
it.
fact, I came up. I was trying to talk. I was surprised that it was not coming on.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
can
okay.
you create a
Thank you.
webinar, Mr. Villa?
Yes.
Okay. That's fine. That's good.